I'm Oni. So, Black lives don't matter. Why do I say that? I'm saying that because I want to explain the nature of the problem, right? For starters, it's black is not a race. It's a color, you know? Sure most people know that, but even though they may say that, it's more of an intellectual ascension of acknowledgement of that, you know, of that aspect. It's not an inherent understanding of no, people are not just a color and that's what gives them a homogeny. That's not how it works. We're missing culture. The chocolate people in America today, they're missing culture, and with that aspect of missing culture, this is how unfortunately our people don't matter. Just acknowledging that term, black. I mean, obviously, you can see my shirt and you can see my skin. There's a difference. There's a difference. And so we do ourselves a disservice, unfortunately. Especially those out there rioting or protesting. I get it. I get it. But, we don't really know how to claim a proper culture. Quite honestly, calling ourselves black people and just all the connotations that go with that. It's very symbolic of the lack of culture we have. Our people here in America, they're at the bottom. You guys are at the bottom. And it's tough because I know that we have tidbits of truth here and there, especially these young kids coming out of college and stuff. I already know. These guys, they have little tidbits, they call it in the woke culture. They kind of get a little, they're so woke that they fall asleep. I don't know what it is. It's weird, but sometimes this energy and this vitriol from knowing the truth, it takes them in a direction where it goes out of control. And it's just wild. It's getting to the place where this vitriol and anger. I mean, it's always been this way. Unfortunately, it's been this way for a very long time. But right now, it's like with social media, it's just you see things on an escalated manner, and so it's like everyone in the world is utilizing the emotions of our people, of the people here in America. You chocolate people out here, you guys are so, the anger, the energy, whatever you want to call it, the vitriol, it gets weaponized against you. Everyone in the world is pimping your life energy. They're pimping you out, your life energy, based off of different ideologies, based off of whatever type of acclaim they want to accrue to themselves. Gotta put on blackface to rep with the team. It's madness, but it's madness, and quite honestly, it's quite mocking. They're mocking you, in a roundabout way, at the very least. They're mocking you, wittingly or unwittingly, you know. And even more unfortunately, you guys have this aspect. I mean, you guys are protesting. You guys protest. I mean, after all this time, it's been so many years, protest after protest, we haven't gotten anywhere. And you guys know that. You guys know that. You guys know that protesting, as you guys have, as I've heard or seen in articles, protesting doesn't matter, so now we have to riot. And it's like, no, that is not, no, no, that is not the solution. Rioting is not the solution, guys. Don't get me wrong, protest is not the solution either. I know people like to say it is or whatever. It really isn't. If you actually pay attention and notice all the demographics that you guys look at as oppressing you or against you, what do they say? Stay, stop the rioting. But protest, go ahead, do that. That's fine. Yeah, keep doing that. We approve of peaceful protest. That's what you see from everybody, every demographic. That's all they keep proclaiming, right? Protests don't work. You could argue potentially it does. I get that. You can show some, examples here and there. But a lot of the time, you guys are not protesting for the right reasons. The right solution is not at the forefront of your mind almost 99.9% of the time. That is exactly why we are here. If you're protesting for the right reasons, maybe. But protests don't work, guys. They don't work. You guys need to be thinking about raising up your children to go to law school, to fund them. As a people, we come bring the funds together and you put them in the office to and you make them represent what you want them to represent. They know good and well that, the moment they start, acting out of line, you pull that funding. That's how the system works. Even with the justice system and the criminal system. Like, it's very obvious that money is what makes things change. And you guys don't understand the money system. So there's all these different levels you have to break down to understand the society, to understand how you guys are crippled. When you guys actually start asking for what really is what you need, and granted, you really shouldn't be asking anybody, because we have the power to do it yourself. We have the power to make the decision to correct things and to bring what we want into our lives, what we need into our own lives. It starts with us. It starts with you guys. You guys have the power to say no, not to tolerate things that you don't like, things that are detrimental to our society, to our culture, to our people. And it's up to you guys. It's up to you men specifically. We gotta reach a high level of frequency that we operate at, You guys, all this protest and stuff, if you guys really pay attention to what's going on right now, a lot of the changes that are happening, from because of the riots and protests and stuff, it's all pandering. It's all just pandering. Like changing the name of this, changing the name of that. And there is a place and time for that, but a lot of times, man, we focus on issues that are like, 15 or number 16 on the step list. Number 1 is culture. And we're like dealing with all these other different aspects that don't even make any sense because you're putting the cart before the horse. As a people, you're putting the cart before the horse. And quite honestly, you guys are being used as pawns. Complete and utter pawns. If you guys did the research to understand, paperwork, legalities, things of that nature, look into these things. Look into the movement, the BLM. You guys, BLM movement, man. People that you want to go against, that you oppose, they fund you. They fund you. They're giving you all the money that you think. Actually, they're not giving you anything. I take that back. They're not giving you anything. Anybody who's donating to Black Lives Matter, you're basically just donating to Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, Pete Buttigieg. Like, it's going nowhere, guys. It's going nowhere. Everyone is pimping you guys out. Everyone. Everyone's getting a slice of cake out of the, what do you call it? It's dysfunctional profiteering, Dysfunctional profiteering. Our people are, you guys, it's such a dysfunction. Everybody just gets to profit off of you all the time, It's like doing bad business where somebody knows that, you have a bad measure with, the weight exchange, they got bread and you're putting, whatever kind of coins or whatever that measure out just weight, and it's like, they recognize that there's a screw missing on your weight machine, and they're like, let me take some more. Seriously, this is what the situation is. They really don't care about you guys. And in due time, you will learn. You will come to find out that the world does not care about you, and they don't care about your movement. All these people that you see, all these companies, organizations, they have the same ideology. Actually, never mind. They propagate the ideology that you believe. They propagate the ideology that you believe. It's a religion. It is a religion. But you guys don't know about that, and they keep that behind closed doors because they don't want the masses to know. But all they do is they make practical their religion. They put it in a box of practicality. They have a box of all their religion, but they slap on practicality, and then they give it to you. And, they cast spells over you guys. And, you guys eat it all up. You take that box, you take it home, open it, and you're like, what happened? There's nothing in here. And you go, and in due time, you guys are going to find out. When you go back and you ask those people, these organizations, the institutions, all these different things, the structure of our society. When you go back and ask them, why did you give me this? they're going to turn around and tell you, you accepted it. They're going to turn around and tell you, you accepted it. So, these are things that kind of all fit together into why I wanted to talk about this, because this is why black lives don't matter. They don't exist either. Nobody's black out here. Ain't nobody walking around here black as my shirt. That's nonsense. Alright, and just another tidbit. The silent majority, they're there. The silent majority, they're waiting in the wings right now. They're waiting in the wings right now. And in due time, they're gonna come out and they're gonna go about their business. And Trump will win. Guarantee it. Trump will win. And look, with all the protests and stuff you guys got going on, as far as any theoretical change that's going on, you guys are getting it from the party and from the demographics that cater to you and pander to you all the time. When you're talking about the real society, you know, I mean, it's all reality in terms of society. This is the society we live in. It's just very dysfunctional, very corrupt. But when we're talking about, you know, the other demographics, which is actually the majority, when they actually step up and, you know, get a little bit tired of what's going on right now, you guys ain't ready for that smoke. You guys are not ready for that smoke. Our people, they're not. They got 15, 20 other steps they have to do before you can enter into the negotiation table, you know, and look at these people eye to eye. These people that you have an issue with, that we proclaim that we have an issue with the structures of society and stuff like that. We're not ready to come to the table. You're really not. You're really not. You guys got a lot of interesting movements and, oh man, Chaz. We all gotta give it, you know, some time as a people to learn how to respect each other again, learn how to take care of our own, have a culture. It starts with you guys, you men, you young men out there. A lot of you are bugged out of your minds, and you guys gotta reclaim your mind back somehow. Somehow we gotta reclaim our minds back. So it starts with that, and then, you know, after we grow and get some maturity, we can come back to the negotiation table. So with that being said, I'm Oni.